For more, we can cross to Berlin and speak to our correspondent, Emmanuelle Chaze. Emmanuelle, what else can you tell us about this speech that we just heard from Olaf Scholz?
Alison, this speech was very significant for Olaf Scholz. This comes roughly a year after his governing coalition between the Social Democrats, the Liberal Democrats and the Greens came into power. And it was very much an exercise in defending the policies that Olaf Scholz has been leading, sometimes also against the advice of his own government. So Olaf Scholz took this opportunity to answer the opposition, the Conservatives, led by Friedrich Merz, which led quite strong accusations against Olaf Scholz, saying that he led the country into a series of missed opportunities when it comes to foreign diplomacy, when it comes to the energy policy. But Olaf Scholz really stood by what he decided. He said that it was a good idea to find alternative sources of energy for Germany to try to wean itself from Russian gas. He was talking about, reviving coal power plants, also not closing down some three nuclear power plants here in Germany, which was supposed to close by the end of this year. He also stood by his foreign policy, especially his foreign policy towards China. He talked about that, and he also justified his choices to support Ukraine. So all in all, a very unapologetic Chancellor who is answering questions from his government and also from opposition parties today at the German Parliament.
And unapologetic Scholz, who also mentioned tensions he's been having with European partners. What else can you tell us about that?
Yes, it was quite interesting, quite remarkable even, because, for a few months now, there have been rumors of tensions, for example, between Olaf Scholz and his European partners, namely with France's Emmanuel Macron. Interestingly, Olaf Scholz said there were no tensions between the two countries and that all the decisions he was making, he also referred there to his decision to travel to China, were made in accordance, in compliance with his European partners and with France. So there was he was very much highlighting a strong cooperation. This is really something we've seen this week, also yesterday with Bruno Le Maire and Vice Chancellor Robert Habeck. They really highlighted unity rather than disagreement. But we know that France and Germany don't see eye to eye when it comes to tackling the energy crisis, which results from Russia's war against Ukraine. So very interesting that the German Chancellor really seeks to say that there's still a very strong cooperation and that in his opinion there are no significant tensions with the European partners.
All right, Emmanuelle, thank you very much for that update and analysis. France 24's Emmanuelle Chaze reporting there from Berlin.